Hello everybody, welcome back to Grand Mafia. Today I want to introduce another video talking about what to buy in the Government War shop. Another one is how to do well in the faction call-up. So currently I'm still in Government War 3. We are repeating the Government War 3. I'm still with the faction AMF, and we are the winner for this Government War again. It's the second time this faction win the Government War. So as you see, like we completely occupied. It's crazy. We completely occupied the central the state district, right? We completely occupied this area, and also and everybody be pushed back. Like we occupied this area, zone 3, this area, zone 3, this area, zone 3, right? If you're asking like who are those factions, they actually WIU is SPX, right? If you know SPX is respectful faction, they're pretty strong. They lost they only have the checkpoint here, and there is some dramas over there. I'm going to talk about this after this video, right? At the end of this video. So, but first thing first. So where am I now? So currently I have 562 million influence, and I murdered a lot of people in this kind of war. My kills are 70 million kills, right? Which is crazy. Also, I got a little cute this frame for my photo. So like the gold. I got this frame for the digging the gold. Okay, you can crawl in the gold or diamonds. Some mini games. So pretty hype. I like this like frame on my album. I mean on my profile picture, and in this Government War, so as you see, the Government War only have 1 day left, right? And we occupy the Century building here. It's totally belong to us, AMF family. I think what's our total battle power is 98 billion influence. It's almost like 100 billion influence. And look at our opponent. Not to mention SPX. Now they changed their name to WIU. I don't know why they changed the name, but they changed the name during this Government War. So I assume they changed the name partially because they didn't do well in this Government War. What they doing here, right? Their influence level is 76 billion. You see, like their family SPX, like their like farming or baby factions, whatever. And then also the other opponents, you see, we killed. Do you see this white area? Those white area. Do you know who are they? And they also lost their century building. Do you know who are they? Those white area. You'll be surprised. They're FN. And look at their influence level. 109 billion influence. SPX 76 billion. FN 109 billion. We beat them. We 98 billion. So that tell you one thing. This game, winning the Government War, is not about how big your BP is, right? Battle power is. It's all about like how many active raid leaders, like how the team works, how the management, how strategy implement. I'm going to talk about that maybe at the end of this video. So let's first thing first, right? In this Government War, so my contribution, right? So I'm a free-to-play player, 100% free-to-play. So if you see 560 million influence is not much, but think about it. If you didn't spend any money on this game, how much influence you can accumulate. In this Government War, I contributed about 1.4 million T4 troop deaths, right? You see, like my influence I actually have some 2,000 deaths on the T1 biker. I don't know why. A T2 biker, that's small, but majority is all T4 deaths, right? So I joined a lot of battle in this Government War. Of course, not as crazy as other people. You see, like those people, like you see how hard we fought, right? This is like this. Well, like this is only like 10%. I think this is about 10%, right? Anything here, you should multiply 10 because this is about our requesting for additional 10% of deaths troops come back. For me, this is 10% of my deaths. So my deaths is 1.4 million, and here is only showing 141, right? Look at those people. This guy, this look at this guy. This guy like which is have actually 100 like at least 1 more million. He has 2.6 million deaths. This guy 5.7 million deaths. This guy 8.1 million deaths. Oh my god, you can tell how hard we fought. Let's find the winner, like who contributed most. Of course, it's those people, some of them they might got attacked when they offline, aka got a zero. But some of them I know they are not, right? They just fought, right? They just fought hard. Like this guy, he always played very carefully. He had a 4.5 million casualties, right? Holy moly, look at this. Who is the winner? 5.3 million in front of this. Who has 5.9 anymore? 5. Is it 5.9 is the biggest loss? 8.2. Oh gosh. I'm not saying like these are only the person they are the only person that actually request for their troops back, like their troops back. And not to mention there would be people they didn't actually request for help here. Right? For me, I can totally, if I move my camera, I can totally here cancel the help request. That means my name won't be listed here, right? Look at people like that's why we win the war, right? Because we contribute to this war, right? All right. So first thing first, let's talk about the faction co-op first, right? Faction co-op are currently happening, right? And everybody knows, like, if you I think this challenge is only become available when we are on Godfather tier, right? We are on Godfather tier, and I think it's the challenge. See this one challenge, available challenge task is 0, right? I think it only happen when you reach soldier, right? When you reach soldier tier, you have the challenge available. You're always trying to finish the challenge, but this time the challenge which are available is very shitty, right? You have to finish for certain type of smuggling, like exchange. Everybody knows the smuggling shop only refresh every 6 hours. This is like if you want to exchange it for example, the one I'm doing, exchange it for 20 times. That means if you every time you go to smuggling shop, which if you don't know what smuggling shop is, it's the ship, it's the boat, right? It's here, right? Every time you can, if you don't want to pay to win, you can only in the most likely case, you can only 4 times. That means if you want to exchange 20 times, you have to do 5 rounds, right? Because 4 times each. And the shop refresh every 6 hours. So that means like 30 hours. Not to mention you got to sleep, right? Like you pretty much like, you think about it, how many days the faction co-op will only last? Right? I think it only lasts for how many days? 5 days or 6 days, right? Yeah, think about that, right? If you want to finish this, so normally you don't want to finish this challenge, but this time there is something even worse called personal challenge. Wow, finish 8 for this is bullshit, right? Because if you want to finish, if people think a personal event is easy to finish, right? It's easy to finish, for example. But the thing is, when you reach certain level, right, investment become almost impossible because you are investing on something big. For example, for me, I'm doing this level 10 in rage defense, right? Those investment take ages to finish, right? It's not just like, oh, it's the personal event only require a few points to complete. But the thing is, all of your investment requires massive days to finish. For example, I'm doing this right now, right? I'm doing this right. I just let you know like how many days it requires to finish leveling 1 level up, right? Let me just try on this one. I'll show you. Freaking 308 days, man, to do 1 level. And how many days speed up I need? 300? Even okay, you talking about okay. Then you're not actually in the investment setup. Okay, I put on my investment set. All my investment set is grand or at the legacy legendary tier, right? Like these two are on legend, legacy or legend. What's the name for this level? I don't even know, right? They didn't tell, but let me just call it legacy, right? Legacy core, legacy tier, right? Let me help those guys, and then let's go back to see how many days required. Before was 300. Yes, with my investment setup, it will reduce a lot, but it's still freaking 207. So therefore, if you are in early days, maybe you think this challenge, the personal challenge is easy, but once you level up to a higher level like me, this become almost not practical, right? Not practical because most of the time you find the personal event require investment, and every single investment you have require many days, and not to mention it asks you to finish. I think it asks you to finish 8 times. Where is the faction call up? Right, finish 8 times, and if at top tier 3 a specific amount of times, which is like it require finish 8 times, it's specific amount of time. So I in the current faction call up, I have to abandon one of the. If you look at my record, actually I end up with abandoning, like abandoned finish tier 3 personal events for 8 times because it's impossible for me. I can't do every time when I accepted this quest. Every time the personal event is investment, and not to mention the personal event lasts for 3 hours, right? If you find like the current personal event is investment, then I have to wait for 3 hours, and I find the next one is on investment again, and next one is again, and look, I have to do 8 times to finish one task. Then even I have enough patience to do that, but this whole faction call up only lasts for certain days. I can't 8 hours let it go, like without like finishing one task. Otherwise, like how can I have a good score? How can I have a good score? And if you want to look at the rewards, I would say normally you should target at least 1,500 points. And for myself, I usually targeting level 25. This is where I'm happy with, right? Of course, higher you go, the better rewards are, right? Let me just look at it. But look at the remaining point. This one is 40 coupons. Yeah, I would say a relocator, the direct relocator is useful. Yes, speed up are useful, and there's some pants, accessory, crates, right, which could be used, but they're not a must-have. You look at which one is a must-have, right? Even this one, right? I would say, okay, give me some pants, crates, not really. So VIP points. Anybody need the VIP points? This may be useful, but you look at which one is relevant to you. Okay, this one, level 23. This one might be useful. Direct relocator might be useful. This one, yeah, crypto useful. This one, somewhat useful. Like you look at those things and you decide which tier you want to go, right? For me, since I abandoned one of the tasks, so it's almost impossible for me to get more than 2,000 points, like in this faction call up. So I targeting something above 1,500. My average score for faction call out is 2,000 points, but this time I'm targeting something like 1.8k or 1.75k like that. And to achieve that, so it's crucial you finish this challenge task, because it will, once you finish that, it give you additional 350 points, which is very important if you want to making your score above 1.5k, right? So if you see challenge like for requires like personal trail, don't do it. If you see smuggling exchange tycoon, don't do it. But every time you will see like the money rank, right, you just need to buy certain packs. If you're pay to win player, no worries, go for it, right? You don't have to worry about anything. This is easy to finish. Just buy 5 packs and call it a day, right? And but I'm talking about for free to play players. So this one, of course, become out of question. Not to mention this game, the developer definitely want you to pay. That's why this challenge is always there. If you're a pay-to-win player, the faction co-op becomes very simple to do. You just do this, and it will finish, right? It will finish. But if you pay to win, you have to look at the other video too. If you see something which is finishing certain tasks, like 6 tasks on the first day or 6 tasks on the last day, that's usually a good thing to do. Another one is easy thing to do is like finish robbing resource for certain times or certain amount. That is also easy to do. Do that, right? But if you find something like this bullshit, then for me, I try to start with this one, not to say like they have to do 8 times. It's not practical. Don't fall for this one. Don't fall for this one, right? This is impossible to finish. You have to, for me, even this one is horrible, but still doable, right? Sometimes I have to set alarm to make it, for example, like I'm doing this task, right? So I got 1 day to finish, but I need another exchange 3 times, and then look at my sparkly shop. Let me have those guys. It is, I have another 37 minutes, so now it's midnight, right? I have to wait after midnight, and maybe I want sometimes, like if this time it finish on midnight, so it's just okay. I can wait till midnight, but sometimes like the next refresh time is 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I set my alarm to wake myself on 3 o'clock in the morning, simply just trying to exchange, right? So, but it's difficult, but somewhat is doable, right? And this part is like the first slot is usually is your exclusive, and you can accept. Of course, I have a task going, but usually you can refresh, like you can refresh, right? This is very useful, right? Don't be like stingy with your gold. Spend on this refresh, cause like it's crucial if you want to finish the challenge. For example, there are some task challenge which require you finish like 5 tasks which are above 150 points, right? You just keep refreshing. As refresh is not expensive. Like the first time we refresh, it costs you 100 gold. The second time or the third time, whatever, later on become 200, but it's still manageable, right? For the gold, before this video I have 1.120k, but I spend most of my gold, which is using buying the energy drink to hit the kingpin. So I waste around 60k gold to just buy the energy drink, but that's not something I want to talk about in this video. Okay, so yeah, so doing faction co-op, you have to look at the challenge and then look at like if there is no other task, which see how many buybacks here, right? If there is no other good task here, you keep refreshing here. And then sometimes you will find that there are some tasks which are random tasks. There are no random tasks here right now, but you know like there's a question mark, like some tasks has a question mark, and those tasks sometimes it's not too bad because those tasks give you extra points. For example, like normally, like for example, you hit kingpin 60 times, you only get 100 points. But if it's become part of the question mark task, they call it random tasks, you will get bonus points, which is depends on there are different level of the question mark random tasks. Those tasks, like a lot of people, they tend to refresh that, remove that for the if they are the R4 or Alpha or the administrator for faction call out event, they can reset those tasks. But those tasks, you look at that. So if you find you can finish all of those tasks, I recommend you just do it. Or you find there is like only one task you might not be able to do. For example, I'm a free-to-play player, and the random task, like there is like a different task. Like there could be different tasks. Like when you open the random task, it will show you what task it actually is. But there is like a 12 task inside of this random task, and one task is like a buy certain packs. Of course, I can't do, but the rest of the 10 tasks I still able to do. I will still take it. So the sweet point for you to take the random task, I would recommend to take a random tasks because, as I said earlier, so it gives you extra points, right? It's easier for you to get a good score. And the principle is, if you find that the task, there are only one task you cannot do, I recommend you take it, right? If there are 2 tasks that you cannot do, then you have to think about it. it take, yeah. Sometimes you might, but sometimes you may not. For myself, my principle is either I can do all of them, or I only have one task I cannot do. But among those random tasks, there is a couple of things I want to give you tips, right? So some tasks, so those random tasks usually have some, even they give you extra points, but the time is not as luxury as like a regular task. For example, I'm doing this like smuggler exchange, right? This task, they give me like 4 days to do it, right? I got a long time to do it. I know the affection call only lasts for 6 days, but like this task only allow me to do like have 3 or 4 days to do it. But when it goes to random tasks, it become the time is halved, right? The time is halved. So if you find some task which only lasts for 1 day, and it require to exchange like the smuggling for 8 times or 12 times, it's pretty much not practical, right? You should look out for those traps, right? You should look out for those traps. So those tasks you need to stay away, right? And then sometimes it requires you to help your faction member for 120 times, like 200 times, right? Those tasks you have to rely on other people because you have to ask somebody to help you. Basically, what happens is you accept this task, and you have some friend, or maybe you have a sub account in the same faction, and then that account keep like demolish the building and build the building, demolish the building and build the building. Keep doing that, and then on your account, which is doing the faction call up for help faction members, keep like helping the other account. By doing that, yes, you can finish this help task. But some factions, like there is nobody willing to help you, and you don't have another account in the same faction, then this kind of the task becomes impossible to finish. So whether or not you want to do such help faction members task, it really depends on your current situation and which faction you are with, right? And also, when you do the factions call out task, you should always look at how many times you left. For me, after finishing this one, I still get 2 more time left, right? If I want to finish this challenge, I make sure like I have enough time to try, right? I already finished once, and then if I finish this one, and I finish it twice here, and I still get 2 more time to try. But if I didn't keep eyes on this available task times, and I was just keep doing some tasks easy to finish or with a good score, then I find I don't have enough time left to finish the challenge, then I can't finish the challenge. Then I will going to lose that 350 points, which is a big loss. So you should always look out. And apart from like those things, like the help faction members is risky because it's heavily relying on other people's help or your sub account in the same faction, and or some tasks which is random tasks which require you to exchange the smuggler shop in a very limited time. You should look out. Of course, if you're a free-to-play player, try to avoid those pay-to-win those tasks, right? Because you're not going to buy. And there are some tasks you should always avoid. One is like train certain amount of the troops, right? Sometimes it asks you to train like 600,000 troops. Train 600,000 troops. I don't know. Do you know what it means? Like for me, every session which I do, right? I do here, I can do 1,500. If they ask you to do the 600,000 troops, how many days speed up you need to spend? Or if you say, oh, then you're talking about T4 troops. What about I'm just training T1 troops? No, man, it still take a long time, right? Still almost like a day time, 20 hours here, and it only gave you 15,000. And they are talking about 60,000. Let me do a quick calculation here, right? So calculation. Now I have a calculator open here, right? 600,000, right? Divided by 15756 means how many sessions I need? 38 sessions, right? 38 sessions require how many hours? Like 19 point. Right, even you do T1, you need 700 hours equals how many days speed up? 30 days speed up, 31 days speed up, right? You need 31 days speed up to train hell of amount of T1 troops to finish 600,000 T1 troops, and that is only a purple task. When I say purple task, it means like it's not even a golden task. You see, right? In the faction call up, right? There is like the purple. Oh God, sorry, I forgot. There is purple task. They have lower points, right? And usually we go with golden points, golden task because it has higher. They have higher points, right? So don't do those. Like I will suggest to say stay away from training those like certain amount of troops tasks. There is like a random task here. Look at it. It only lasts for 2 days. Only lasts for 2 days. And what's the content? If you click on this button here, right, you can see the content. It will say, okay, finish 150 faction tasks, easy peasy. And the family is a faction member 80 times a lot. This will require somebody to help you, right? If you have somebody willing to help you, go for it. Challenge campaign, you can just do level 1 campaign, not a problem. Use 200,000 gold, not a problem. This one I cannot do, right? This one, yeah, I can do, right? And this one I can do, and the exchange is 16 times. Damn, let's do the calculation again, right? 16 times, right? And the shop refresh every 6 hours, means it requires 96 hours, right? It will take 4 days. Am I right? 4 times, right? So it asks you to exchange 16 times, right? Maybe I'm wrong, sorry. So 16 times, oh damn, 16 times, every time you can exchange 4 times, you have to do 4 exchange. 4 exchange every 6 hours, it requires 24 hours, right? And this task only lasts for 2 days. That means you cannot just log in, log out. Every time when the ship is there, you have to exchange it. Otherwise, there is a very high chance you will miss it, right? You will miss it. The time run out, you don't have time. But this one is okay. I remember there is one which is required, ask you to do like 150 points one. Another one is 150 points one. That one require only lasts for 1 day, and I ask you to exchange the smuggle shop for 12 times, I think. Oh my god, that one like 12 times, even 12 times, right? 12 times how? 12 times by 4, right? 3 times, and then every 6 hours, 18 hours, right? A day only lasts for 24 hours, right? You see what I mean? You got 6 hours to sleep. Otherwise, apart from those 6 hours, you have to keep eyes on the game. You cannot even miss a minute. Otherwise, right, you don't even have 6 hours sleep. Right, you see, those tasks almost become impossible to complete. But this one, I would say, do it. Right, this one is easy. This one is okay. This one is it's still practical. This one easy, and this one is okay, and this one not doable for me as a free-to-play player. If I open the task, become purchase 3 packs, so be it. I abandon the task. But how many tasks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 tasks. There are only 1 task which I cannot do. I take the risk. Not to mention the points. It's good, 160 points, right? Normally, I would do anything which is gold, right? Normally, anything with gold. So, and there's some tasks which you require to. Oh, those tasks use faction coins. Actually, I would recommend you. Some of you might just use your faction coins to upgrade your building, right? For example, I want to level up my radar, right? I want to level up a radar. You see, if I start up, it requires 179 points, like family currency. Some people just go ahead with spending all their currency straight away. Normally, you can accumulate those currency by doing the, oh, it's not available now, but doing different events or doing different like scavenge tasks. But I save it. I save those coins because I use those coins during the faction call up. When I see like such coins, such a task here, but of course I'm not going to take this one because this one only has 100 points. Usually I'm looking for something which is like gold tiers, right? Require me, this one only required to spend 60 points, 60 coins. That's so cheap. But usually I ask you to spend 500 or something 1,000. So that's the time usually I start up my buildings because I want to finish the faction call up, right? And usually those tasks, nobody take it because everybody spend their faction currency immediately. Nobody save it. But if you are smart as me, you will save those currency, right, and use them on faction call up. Not to mention faction call up will come back every 2 or 3 weeks time, so it's come back very frequently. So you can still level up your faction like stars very quickly. For me, you see my turf is 5-star already, right? So, and also I think my family console is 5-star as well. What's this? Give me some green things. Okay. You see, like my family console is also 5 stars. I'm trying to level to 6 stars because once I get to 6 star, so I can unlock another skill for my troops. If I go to training center, you can see, right? Let me click on this one. Like, if you click here, right, it show you the skill you unlock, right? If you just like, how can I see I think there is attribute, not attribute. Yeah, if I click here, see, if I go to 6 star, right, I can unlock this skill, right? The chance to receive damage reduction from 10% to become 20%, right? So I'm trying to upgrade my building stars right now. I'm trying to get my family console to 6 star. Where is my family console? Come on, here we go. This one, right? Trying to level up to 6 stars, but this 6 stars requires 6 star mansion. If I go with 6 star mansion, this is not what I'm in the mansion. I have to do the radar 6 stars. That's why earlier I was showing you I was doing leveling up my radar, right? But I don't upgrade my building just when nothing happening. I always upgrade my building when there is faction call up. Or sometimes it's because the government war, I don't have enough, maybe, for example, I don't have enough energy drinks to do the camping day. I don't have any speed up to do the family development days. You spend a speed up day. But you can use the currency, right? You can use the currency, like every day when you have the government war. Now it's finished, but every day they have a different task here, right? You can't see now. You can't see it's gone. But anyhow, so I only use family currency when it's become necessary, when it becomes like faction call requirements, or I need the family currency to finish my government war events, right? So keep that in mind. I think the currency coins can also be used in the CBCs, city against city event, to get extra points. So don't just use your family coins when nothing happened, right? Only you use the family coins when when you level up your stars, but also finish some certain tasks or events. Got it? Yeah. So that is a faction call up. Very important. And some factions like AMF, they have harder requirement. If your faction call out events score is less than certain points, they kick you out, right? So that's another reason why you should invest on the faction call up like tasks. Never take those blue tasks unless you are in a casual guild, you don't care. But never take those blue. The bare minimum is the purple one. But usually you should go with the gold, right? This is a good one. I don't know why nobody taking it. If I was not doing this task, I would take it already. and I save this one. I keep refreshing when I'm doing this like exchange task. I keep refreshing my personal exclusive task. Oh, somebody take it. What was that? Oh, I think R4 was like a resetting. Oh, see, they reset this task. This task is good, but they reset it. So whatever, because I don't need it. So what I was what I was saying earlier was like when I was doing this task, I was refreshing this one without using gold though, because this task, exchange task, take a long time to finish. So I just wait every 30 minutes and refresh it. And when I find a good one like this one is rob 30,000 resources in 2 days time, easy, gave 152 points, which is very good. So that's faction call up. So the other things I want to talk about is the Governor War shops, what you should buy, right? Finally, go to the good part, right? And the Governor War shop only happens when the Governor War ends, right? At the very last days, the last 3 days or 4 days, I think 3 or 4 days. But basically, when this Golden Rush, Golden Mine events happening, then this shop it will be open. There are lots of things to buy, right? Couple of things I want to mention you should buy. If you have enough points, buy this Godfather Jew, right? Very good. Give you 10% crew HP buff and a 15% movement speed buff. That's very useful. Both of the attributes very useful. Of course, the crew attack will be more useful, but HP I take it. If you only have one Godfather Jew, make sure when you got the Jew, right, you disassemble the Jew, right? You go to your workshop, right, and then you go to your Jew, right, and then you find that Godfather Jew. In my case, I think I already put somewhere. Yeah, for example, I'm already here. I put this in here is because I have a lot of Godfather Jew. I don't have to do this way. But if you only have one Godfather Jew, you can do the getaway. The first time when I got my first Godfather Jew, I do the getaway, which I click on this one, right? Then I disassemble. I make them as a 4 piece of the purple one, because each purple give you 9.5%. Then you can put on 4 slots on your accessory, on your equipment, then give you more stats. You should understand the meaning, right? So 4 purple Godfather Jew, their total stats boost is more than combined into one gold one, right? But of course, that if you disassemble the Godfather from Grand tier to purple tier, then you have to use 4 slots, accessory slot or jewel slot to put them. For me, the problem is not about Godfather's jewel. I have so many, right? I got one here, I got one here. You see, I got one here, and I think I got another one here. This one is purple. Yeah, I did this. I did the getaway. I did the getaway. Sorry, I didn't know. But anyhow, let me just put it back, and then yeah. So go to the shop, right, when it open, and definitely buy this Godfather Jew. So let me exchange it out. If you don't have enough points, of course you can't do it. And I never buy those, even they are very cheap, but they also boost the movement speed. I don't know what's the speed boost when you got the 4 of the like Bruce HP Jew, and they combine that into the golden tea. I don't know what's the boost, but they only boost certain attribute. If you are specialized in Bruiser, or you specialized in Hitman, or you specialized Biker, maybe that could be something useful, but for me, nah, I don't use it. Since I just got another Godfather Jew, so let me just do some inventory management very quick. That means I can remove this one, and I can remove this one, and I don't have to do the getaway anymore. Wow, so hype. Remove this one. Okay, now my jacket, I got another Godfather Jew. You see like that, right? So the the movement speed HP is 10%, right? But if you disassemble them, if you disassemble the Godfather Jew, right? Now it's like 15% and 10%, but you disassemble them, it's 9.5 and 6.6, right? It's 4 pieces of purple is much better than 1 piece of gold, but I'm running out the slots, so I need to fuse them. And now the game also introduced the Lexi tier, which is giving more stats, but it requires this crazy amount of the Lexi coins I don't have. Right? How many gold coins I have? Got 2, so that requires 25. So it's not practical for our free to play players. So don't worry about that. Golden tier is where we stay, right? So back to my setup. So I can almost like 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should disassemble them. I'll worry about that later, right? I'll worry about it. But now I have one Godfather Jew here, one Godfather Jew here, one Godfather Jew here, and I have another Godfather Jew here, right? And I don't have enough slot if I want to disassemble my newly received Godfather Jew, because that would be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I only got 3 slots, right? I only got 3. Keep in mind that the last slot here is not for the jewels, it's for the crystals. So you cannot put like a jewel into the crystal slots. So I will think about that later, what to put in that slot. But for the time being, I just put another Godfather Jew here. So I have how many Godfather Jews totally? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 Godfather Jews now. Alright. So apart from Godfather Jew, you can receive you can exchange. The other things you can get is the speed up, right? Speed up is always something you should get, right? You should get, because it's always useful, right? Exchange this, exchange this. Contract, don't do that. Craze, waste of time. This, premium coins, waste of time. Lexi coins, maybe situational, right? Cryptos, maybe. For free-to-play player, nope, you're never going to Godfather tier, right? This one challenge craze is situational, right? I might exchange that because I like hit camping, right? This one, well, situational, because before I will suggest to do not exchange for those coupons, because the chance of getting a contract is too low. But the problem is you do need, on the other side, you do need have the contract to make every single of your accessory gold. Therefore, you can unlock a raid bonus. Why raid bonus is important? Because if you don't have enough raid bonus, for my case, the raid bonus is 0 because I don't have everything in grand. Then the amount of troops I can send to in my faction, there is rule, means like if you have 0 bonus, then the amount of the troops you can join the raid is limited. So I won't be surprised some faction, their requirement for you to join, you must have a raid bonus. So having raid bonus become a thing when you want to join a super faction. Therefore, like, it's important to have those things, or your accessory, gears, the king set, everything in golden, and therefore that coupon becomes meta, I want to say, right? But the reason being, I don't recommend you to get the contract craze, which is this one. You could get any of the random things. Now I'm only missing the accessory and the shoes accessory. And then look, all the other accessory for now, I don't need it. I don't need any of them. The rest of them. What about I spend so many points, I keep getting those contracts. And not to mention, if you don't be like fooled by those golden dazzle, like the dazzling, like shining icons, looks like they all gold. No, the chance is plan to grand, right? 99% chance to get something which is grand tiers, right? You don't believe me? Should I just exchange one to test the water for you guys? Should I do that? You should thanks to me, right? I got one here. And let's open that and see what kind of crap I get. Look, I got one here, right? I got one here, right? They look at those color, right? If I got a golden like contract on accessory, I pay to win, right? I'm free to win. No, I don't say that. I don't, because otherwise this can't become meaningless, right? But let's open that. Look, I would say I'm lucky. It's actually a shoes contract. I can somewhat still use it, but 99% chance I get something like this, right? What about if it's bad, but still better than I get something like the range weapon, right? It's better than got this contract because I don't need it. I already have what I'm doing. I already have like the range weapon in the golden tier, right? So now I got one of the thing here. So I got not access shoes contract. So don't do that things. Don't do that, right? But talking about that things, do I have any coupons? No, I don't have coupons. But I can still get coupons for here, right? Like if you go to the short task shop, in my past I mentioned in one of the videos. So all the task shop points, you should go for the building permissions, right? You don't spend gold. You don't buy those permissions for the VIP shop. You don't spend gold to buy those permissions, right? And then all your points should, like your task shop points, should go into buy that permission. But today, just for the sake of this video, I buy everything here, right? I spend off all of them. I win the government wars, right? My faction win the government wars. AMF win the government wars. So I'm happy. So I'm more than happy to give a test. So, right, you can tap on this thing. These things I want to try to make the grand. Click on upgrade. Then tap on this accessory because I need more. Obtain more, right? Then I say, okay, you can use the coupons. Okay, use coupons. I exchange all of them. Then open, right? So what I'm going to what can I get? Possibly I can get any of them in the following, but it's the best scenario, right? I'm looking for is this contract, right? And let's see what's the chance. It's gonna be a bad idea. Not even one. Great! Not even one. Awesome. But at least by doing this, you are making sure everything you get from the crates is about accessory, right? It's about accessory. You will not get something which is like for those things you already granted out. So that's why I prefer to buy the coupon if you really need to over the contract crates. See what I mean? Good. Let's go back to the shop. I can't believe I just wasted 4,200 points buying these useless crates, right? And 3 days, buy it. And between these two, right, I would recommend like you buy this one first because most of the speed up you need, the most useful speed up is investment. Then you can decide maybe I will do the training speed up or normal general speed up, right? Don't worry about this one. It's a waste of time. Same reason, like it's the same like contract crates, which is for getting those things, but actually you're never getting anything better than planned, right? Don't do this one. Jewel is waste of time. This one, don't unless you really have nothing to buy. And also keep in mind those points can be carried over to the next government war, right? If you can't spend all of them, or you want to buy the Godfather's Jewel, which I already got, but you don't have enough points, you can save those points and go to the next government war. And when the next government war finish, then you might have enough points to get a Godfather Jewel, right? If you have the patience. And then other things, if you can see, like I got my Godfather Jewel, so it's listed at the bottom. It listed at the bottom says I got it already, right? Available is 0. It's showing like over there. So let me move my camera back. So apart from that, resources. Anybody actually will really spend points by resources? Nobody, right? So for me, so as I said, I will definitely, yes, this one I'll buy. 30 days speed up, buy. 7 days speed up, two of them, buy all of them. And I'm not going to worry about those crates. I got the speed up, everything, yes, yes. I don't have enough points now. How many? I have 800. I got 800 points right now. So what should I buy? 800 points. I can't really do much. Maybe, yeah, not really anything I want to buy. Maybe I buy cryptos, too expensive. Let's see, get one cryptos cost me 600 points. That's a lot. Maybe I buy the Kingpin. 800. Is that something 400? No, I don't want to go buy Godfather. Maybe got two of them. It's gonna be waste time, but open that to see what's happening. Oh, crap. Let me open rest of my crates. Okay, so now I talk about what to buy in the Government Workshop, but also Government Workshop there is not called a Chaos Coins Redemption Shop, right? If you click on that, and it depends on how your faction do, right? You will receive various number of these Chaos Coins, right? These Chaos Coins is very valuable. You can use to get some crystals, right? This called family crystal coupons, right? This one, if you want exchange, you can buy those like grand golden tier crystals. Look at those, the possible values, right? This is very useful if you can't get any good crystal for your during government war. So I'll recommend you, this one is always good. This wing is very good because, right, it boosts, like there is like total value, like there is number of attribute 1 2 3. It's variable, right? And also additional, which is giving the damage boost, right? I show you the one I got. I got this one. What's the boost, right? 6.45% hitman attack, 3.55 biker attack, and additional attribute bruiser attack 5%. It's strong. Basically, it boosts all the stats, right? Hitman, biker, and the bruiser, and also buffs the biker defense as well, right? And also I got other. I have what am I here? I got other, like I got this blood eyes, right? And I got more. So for me, I don't really need those grand tier crystal, because if I want to use those crystals, I need to unlock those slots. But unlock those slots, I need to go to investment and then go to the family crystals. Oh, look at that. Hurry up. Do the task. Now I have finished. You see? Family task, faction task completed. Let me just go there. Get my coins. Is there any task I can do? Man, they removed that task. You see, like the random task I want to do, but they removed that. Whatever. So I'll probably just like if nothing happens after I finish the video, I will just accept my personal task which I listed here, right? What are you gonna do when you are not R4 and you have to go with the flow, right? So yeah, so for the government workshops, for the chaos coins, you definitely, if you need some crystals, you don't even have one golden, which is the golden color crystal I just showed you, the wings, the eyes, the flower, the leaves, those things, right? You should get. And not to mention, it's not expensive. But also, if you want to use those coupon, right? Don't just think you can if you want to get this wing, let me just remove myself. If you want to get this wing, you need, number one, you need this coupon, but also you will need this golden coins, right? So if you get the coupon, make sure you have enough golden coins, these glory golden coins, right? And those glory golden coins can only be obtained, I believe, during on the government war map, right? If you spend all your glory golden coins and you get this coupon ticket, and that's still not able to allow you to buy this wing. All right, and not to mention buy this wing, the attribute which here we mentioned here is random, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 9 to 20. It depends on RNG by your luck, right? So last time when I bought these tickets, I don't have enough glory coins because I usually just use it when I get it. So when I got this coupon ticket, this coupon, I try to exchange it for this wing. Damn, I don't have the coins. So lucky I still, the Government War, when I exchange for the tickets, the Government War still have 1 day left. So I hit the casino and I hit those scavenge crews very hard every day. Every time when the crew become available, so I just before the Government War map finish, so I accumulate enough like 50 coins here. So yeah, keep in mind. So just don't just like get. If you want to prepare to get those coupons, make sure you prepare for the golden coins. You got me? And for those things, I recommend. Yeah, this one I recommend. They're all good. I don't know this one though. Increase, like, look at the attribute. The basic attribute looks the same, but what's it more? Yeah, additional. You want to look at the additional things to see what's the additional attribute, right? And they are special, like specialty. You want to look at those things. I think they're all good. Doesn't matter which way do it. For me, I like wings, and I like this. I like this also as well. So because I just think that they looks cool, right? And also you can think about getting this purify, right? This one, if you don't have anything to do to exchange. And of course, I will not recommend you get those frames, those things like accessory things, like cosmetic things, I should say. They're not useful. They're useless. But that's something I will recommend you get, which is like those things, which is permanent things, make your turf looks cool. Or I will very strongly recommend if you can exchange it for the crew skin like this one. Right now, if you look at my ghetto skin, I'm like, if I want to attack something, for example, can I attack something? Let me just like, for example, I want to occupy this area, right? A biker. Look, this is my ghetto troops, right? But if you got enough points, you can get a different crew skin. Crew skin is I think it's the most useful, one of the most like outstanding attribute in this game. For me, I'm free-to-play player. I've been playing this game for 3 years already. I still don't have a single like crew skin free to use, right? Think about it, how hard to get it. Skin, right? Look at this, the crew skin. I have this one. I can unlock that. Only lasts for 3 days, not forever, right? I'm not like really looking for the actual like robbery movement speed. I don't really need it, right? Not to mention the rest of them, they all locked, right? Just to tell you how hard to get it, the raid like skin, it's so hard to get. Effect, I don't really care. Effect, right? Because it will. You look at the buff is a lot, but it really depends on how many stars you have there. It's like if you have 5 stars, then you can have this. But get to 5 stars, no man, it's a long journey. So don't be fooled by those like the like skin things because they have stars. But for crew, they don't have stars. Once you unlock them, you got this buff. Even most of the time, the buff is only 5% for like movement speed, but still good. And all not to mention, it's hard to get. those skins are hard to get, and also they are permanent, and also they don't rely on they are not relying on the stars, right? When you get it, you get it straight away, no worry at all. It's not something you buy only lasts for 3 days, or something you buy you have to keep powering them up, otherwise it's useless, right? And also some, not to mention some skins not even good looking, right? So if you possible, you definitely, if you, for me, I got a 20 points here. I want to get, what I want to get is, I want to get one of this one skin, and also I want to get the effect, right? Effect. Some effects that looks pretty cool. For example, this one. Let me see what is this one. This one, nah, this one is whack. I think this one is pretty cool. This one is cool. I want this one. Right, look at this. This one is cool. Right, I want this one, but I don't have enough points. This one costs 6 coins, and the crew skin costs like costs 15 coins. Not to mention I can't exchange that one, because I think if you want to exchange those things, you have to like finish certain like Governor War like styles. For example, if I want to do this one, right, I need to do the last stand. I have to do that one. So we haven't done that. For us, the only effect we can use is this one. It's like you have the flying ship over there, which is not useful. And not to mention it doesn't do anything special. There's no buff. If I got the crew skin, at least give me rate movement speed plus 5% improve, like speed up, right? So it's at least something. So I won't get that. So I will then, after purchasing this skin, I will have 5 points left. Maybe I will save the 5 points to the next. Same thing, the coins here can carry it over to the next Governor War. Then the next Governor War, as long as I get another 1 coins, I can buy the skin, the turf skin. So this time I just buy this one. So now, where is it? So hype! Finally, I got a skin! Yay! I got a skin. I want to see. I have to start a raid. Otherwise, if I just do this, oh, actually it moves. See, my little red car. Finally, the ghetto player Zen, the free-to-play player, has a special skin. Oh my god, I'm so hyped. So that means that my raid speed is like have 5% improvement, but my normal crew I have no speed, movement speed buff, but at least it looks cool, right? At least I got something special. Woo! Feels good. Feels good. Alright, so this is about what to buy in the Government War shop, right? So now I pretty much spend everything. I won't, and last thing is talking about this thing, right? Talking about crystals. So when the Government War ends, there will be another event will be available as a part of the Government War events finish. It's called Family Crystal Reprocessing. What happened is like basically you get a lot of those useless crystals, right? Nobody could use it. Nobody could use it. Look at this ghetto. Like this one is not bad at 4.6%. It's not like a bike defense 7%. Who the hell need it, right? So usually I just sell all the blue one, right? You can argue some of the blue one might be good, but the fact is I don't have enough crystal slots for those crystals, so I'm going to sell all of them for those tickets points, right? Like you see, I have 180. Now I'm selling those. You can see now it's 16 here. I don't know if you can see, but if I stick more, right? 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to sell all of them. Yeah, reprocessing. They're all gone, and even some of the purple, crystal, which is supposed to be better, but I was still going to sell them. For example, this one 8%. Maybe I can save this one. Crap. Anything nothing to buff the attack, I'm going to throw it away. This bike defense, bike attack. Maybe I keep this one. Oh god, trash, more trash, more. Oh, this one maybe. See, all of those, they don't even have an additional attribute. Like, I mean, the bonus one. If you look at the one I locked, right? This one, this one. This one is actually pretty good. Like I got a hitman attack buff, and the biker attack buff, and also get a biker attack as addition 5% additional attributes. Right. So let me just sell them. Those purple things giving more. I think they give more like more points. Right. For example, if I sell this one, before was 30, right? You see 30 here, right? If I sell this one, come on, I can't click on 35, right? Give me more points. What about this one? Trash. I just let me sell them. So now you see my coins has to be improved to 244. Let me just sell more, right? Just let me sell more. Let me make that 250. Hitman talk. Oh, this one got additional. This one got additional with 5% hitman HP. So it's not always attack, right? So and the attack. Okay. This one definitely need to sell. This one definitely to sell. Let me sell two of them as well. So clear some space as well. Then you can come to the second tab is here, right? Before I was here on this tab. And then I can go to this tab. I can exchange for different things. And not to mention those things require the golden coupon, right? Golden coupon. I don't have golden coupon. I can't do that. So, but you can get those tickets by using the chaos coins, right? I can't buy anything here, but I can buy the purify crystal. This one will reroll your crystals. So let me just do it. Available to just get one. And then now in my inventory, I should be able to see this one, right? Purify the family crystal and reset the basic attribute. That means, my understanding, it doesn't reset the additional attribute. So that means, if my understanding is right, if you don't have a additional attribute, then you won't get an additional attribute when you reroll, right? To just justify that, let me just go there to try to use this crystal, right? Let me just, before that happens, let me see if there's any faction call out task I can do. Oh, look at this one. Look, this one task only lasts for how many days? 1 day, right? And after you exchange 12 times, don't sleep. You got 6 hours to sleep if you hit that, right? They're not good. I can't see any good task to do. I'll probably end up with doing this one, but that'll be up after this video. I'll make a decision after that. So let me go to my family, the round building, the crystal building. Where is crystal building? This one, family crystal gallery, right? And then look at my collection. And this one is good. And I have the hitman attack and the kill rate. Actually, this is not bad. But what about this one? This one not bad. This one. Bruise HP hitman attack. This one could use a help. Right, this one could use a help. What about I remember I have another crystal which I already used. Let me just double check. My biker set, my ghetto biker set. I think there is one. This one, yeah, this one definitely could use a help. This one doesn't buff. It's only this one is good. Have the additional attribute, but those attributes doesn't buff any attack. Let me purify this one, right? So you see, it's only going to change this part. The additional attribute will not change. So this is an excellent chance because this crystal already have the additional attribute. Not to mention, not like the other two, right? This one doesn't have the additional. Same as like this rose doesn't have it. So I think this one make a lot of sense to reroll. Let me see. Hopefully this time I can have some biker attack, bruiser attack, or hitman attack, right? Ideally a biker attack because its additional attribute is a biker damage against the bruiser, so it's a biker's crystal. So let me see what's going on. Okay, should I pray before I press this button? Oh, let's just go, man. Oh yeah, I got a biker attack. This is actually pretty good. I got a biker attack and a hitman attack. So, and also get this biker attack damage and bruise HP, which is good. Save it. You can revert. I don't know if you see that. You can revert, which you can go back to the old one, or you can save it. Hell yes, save it, save for sure. Yeah, process with the new basic attribute. Yes, go ahead with that. So now this one is OP. Now I have a very good crystal. Okay, very happy. I'm very happy with purifying. So I just did the purifying in front of you guys. Hopefully, give you some understanding about how this works. So you can always how to do that. As I mentioned, you can go to this family crystal reprocessing, and keep selling those useless crystals, right? Selling those crystals. I probably what about yeah? I will look at this one. This one got additional 5% kill rate, which is pretty good. But maybe I will use this one. I'm probably trying to unlock my second, like a second like accessory second setup. Maybe I will unlock this slot. Unlock this slot so I can put that cat eyes into or snake eyes, whatever you want to call it, and do that. So yeah. So anything else I can get from this shop. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think maybe I can get remaining. I got 30 of this probably but I probably will save it. Maybe in the future I can use in the future because there's nothing I want to buy now. Let me just look at those things. Yeah, basically they are those coupons are exchanging for those like golden crystals. Yeah, I won't recommend you to spend on this. I will only recommend you maybe spend on this one, unless you don't have a chaos coins. So you have to use your golden coupons to exchange it for those tickets. So that's the other story, right? Okay, so the last very end. So I want to talk about how AMF they win the government war again this time, right? So this is, if not mistaken, this is the third time AMF joined the government war 3. The first time they just farming faction. The second time they win the government war. The first time when they joined the government war 3, they are just farming faction. The second time when they joined government war 3, they won the government war 3, and this is the third time they joined the government war 3, and then we won again. And the strategy is still very simple. The strategy is still very straightforward, which is we let me open this one. Open the map properly. So right. So we are located here. So we actually in a very bad shape because on one side we have FN. I showed you earlier. They get 109 billion freaking influence, right? Just to double check. Those people, right? Not this guy. Where is I think they move. They move their stronghold to here, FN, right? They are 109 billion influence, right? This on this side, on our left hand side, and on the south side, right? On the south side, we have SBX. Now they changed their name to WIU, right? So we are sandwiched in the middle, right? If on this side, on the western south side, this city is this group is relatively weak. So if we can be either on FN spot or SBX spot, at least we only need to handle the pressure from one side, right? But us, we are in the worst situation. We got sandwiched, right? So we have to handle both the FN troops and SBX troops. So what happened is, before the desert is open, so we have to make a decision how we're going to play this gun war. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. Nobody knows actually at the end we're gonna win because Number one, we are in the very bad spot. Any of the SPX and FN, they are in a good spot, better than us, right? Of course, if you want to talk about maybe this group, we don't talk about them. So disrespectful. Sounds like they have no chance. But yeah, no, they don't have a chance. Yeah. So we are in a very bad spot, right? So at the time, before the desert opens, so I think nobody knows what's gonna happen. So we was thinking about how we should play this Government War. So at the time, so we continue with the last Government War strategy, which is we have to unite with one of the group, right, on a side, either the FN side or SPX side. So after discussing, I think the R4, R5, they have their consideration. I think at the time it is a great, like we will align with FN to battle SPX, but not. I think at the time because there are a couple of reasons. Number one, FN, the faction FN, they unlocked T5 already. They have T5 troops already, and none of us have T5 troops. Everybody in AMF is having T4 troops. Nobody have T5 troops. So like attacking somebody, faction has 109 billion influence, also has T5 troops, doesn't sound like a good idea. Even some people they suggest to align with SPX to fight against FN, but we think the chance is we have less chance by doing that. So what we decided is we decide to have a peace agreement, gentleman agreement with FN, and which is the deal is let them take the government building the first time open, let them take it, and I think there will be totally 1, 2, 3. There will be only 4 times the central government war building will be open. We let FN to take the first one, the third one, right, and the second one we give to this group, the Wolf group, this group, right? We give to this group, and we take the last one. That was a deal. So because at the time I think we believe FN has edge because the reason I just mentioned, they have T5, also they have very high battle power, right? So we decide to let them to take the biggest advantage of the central building. So we have a peaceful agreement. Then when the desert is open, we only build towards the middle point, which is here, right? You see our tower we are purple color, right? We're purple color. We end here. We don't go any further, and they do the same. They come here, and they don't any further. So, but our major battle happens in this desert on the eastern south desert. But SPX is a very tough faction to battle, right? We spend a lot of time to battle with them, but slowly we push them back. We drive them out from the desert, and therefore the ally has been formed. We AMF align with FN, and of course this Wolf group, they have no choice, have to follow us, otherwise they will be demolished, right? They will be demolished. So the situation becomes 3 groups against SPX 1 group. So of course SPX, even they are very good fighters, I have to admit it, they fought very well. So it's very hard for us to push them out, but we managed that. So we push them out and we defeat SPX in multiple places. We defeat them on the Arsenal battles, those battles. Right? We defeat them here. We defeat them in the desert, and then we defeat them in the central place state district. Also, we took their checkpoint, right? We take those checkpoints, the middle checkpoint. So this one now belong to them. There is some drama over there, so I will tell you later. So we kick them out from multiple areas because they cannot handle the pressure from 3 factions which are burning their tower at the same time, right? If it's 1 by 1 against 1, I would say it will be hard to tell who will be the winner at the end. But if 3 if three factions, which are three group are attacking one group, doesn't matter how good that group is, they cannot handle like all the time, right? So what happened on that day? I can tell on that day everybody is tired already. Everybody tired, including myself. I'm already tired. That the battle happened in Zone 4. Here, the battle happened in this area. So we were pushing. We were trying to burn the SPX tower in Zone 4 in this state district area, right? In this area, but they fought so hard. It's so hard to push them out. Every tower battle is a struggling, right? Every tower battle is struggling, but on the other end, FN they also fighting SPX, and I think the faction coming from the Wolf group, I think called the EWO, right? This group, this faction, is the major like force coming from the Wolf group. They fight, but not as crazy as AMF as us. So, but they fight. So, what happened on one day is we found out SPX they are most likely they are American-based players. So, but we AMF is more like Asia player, like Koreans and Chinese, right? So we are in different time zone. So in the morning, which is in our daytime, so our faction leader give us the command, right? This guy, right? He got a Chinese name, but apparently he speaks Korean. I don't know if he's Chinese or Korean, but doesn't matter. We're in the same faction. So he said like everybody, doesn't matter you are R1, R2, R3 or R4, R5, doesn't matter who are you. Not to mention I'm a ghetto. Right? My rank is I'm freaking R2. I don't know if you see that, right? Oh, let me. I'm R2, right? I'm rank 2. Doesn't matter which rank you are. Anybody can start a raid against SPX when they are sleeping. So everybody in my faction, AMF, start the raid. Even I start raid. I start burning SPX towers as well. So suddenly SPX and most people they are sleeping, and suddenly like there are 10 towers burning. Like even they have some very good raid leader, but they don't have like 10 good raid leaders. They have like 2 or 3 or 4 very good raid leaders. But when you have like 10 towers burning, of course they cannot handle all the towers. They cannot protect all the towers. Not to mention like most of their players they're sleeping. And at the same time, we request FN. FN I believe is a Chinese faction, so they are in a similar time zone as us, and also EW0 to launch an attack. So at the time, I think SPX suddenly have like 20 towers which on the attack. So that is the time they gave up, right? Because there are no way they can defend themselves. Even there are still some raid leader come to defend some towers. But when you have 20 towers on fire, what are going to defend, right? Not to mention like even some of the people they say, okay, you can use the bubble. I don't know if you see this one. You can bubble the. Let me show you. If you go to specialty, right, you go to the development this tab, right, there is a skill called a bubble, right, you can protect your building, right, but this one has a limitation. You can bubble your tower or your building, but you can only use once on the same building. The next time when the bubble expired, only bubble like lasts for a very short time, right, like it refresh every 24 hours and it lasts for less than an hour, right? After an hour time, if you want to bubble again, ask another player to bubble this building. No, you cannot do, because it says cannot be used on the same building within 8 hours. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Right? We are attacking your building, right? You use a bubble because you cannot defend. You bubble it. Yes, you dismissed our raid, but after an hour time, we come back, and we come back to a building again, right? And then if you want to bubble again, you cannot, because you have to wait for 8 hours when even you have the bubble ready, but you cannot use on it because there is 8 hours cooldown time. It's hardcore hold on time, so you cannot bubble on the same building like with less than 8 hours between like time. The gap has to be greater than 8 hours. So like the bubble won't help, right? They don't have enough people to defend, and they have 20 build towers on the far. That's the time SPX they gave up, and that's the time we kick them out for zone 4, right? Kick them out. You see, like we take their checkpoint here, right? We take their checkpoint here, and then now they take it back because there's some drama happens. Okay, so after we kick out SPX out of the zone 4, and everything is going as planned, so we let FN take the first turn of the Century building, and we let the EW0 take the second one. The third one go back to FN. We're going to take the last one, right? Everything goes as planned, but there is something happen. When FN, when zone 4 has been stabilized, it means SPX has been removed. So 3 factions like AMF, FN, and EW0 are sharing the zone 4. I think at the time there is agreement. All the diamond tiles, which is in zone 4, are level 7 level tiles, right? They are for quick robbery only, right? They are only for quick robbery, right? If you use your babe skills, the quick robbery skill, right? These skills. But if you have so many towers built in zone 4, that means like it's become like useless, because like how are you going to robbery on other people's like area, like territory, those area, like those areas can only rob by my faction, AMF, and like for example, if this area is legit, right, is FN like towers, and outside of Musketeer, they can only be robbery by FN and their airlines troops, right? So if everybody have a lot tower built in the zone 4, that means like quick robbery rule becomes like empty, right? Become like airplane, right? Become useless. Nobody going to follow that because it's not practical. So the plan is we start removing our towers. You see AMF, like you see the purple towers has removed. Before it was everywhere because we are fighting SPX, right? We're trying to kick them out. So we are removing. So we occupied all the area because SPX built a lot of towers in the area. So when we attack their towers, destroy their towers, we convert their tower become our towers. So we have a lot of towers here. But after the zone 4 is stabilized, we removed all the towers. So we make those level 7 diamond tower become available for people to robbery, do the quick robbery, and then we request FN to do the same thing. The same does EW0. But the drama started. FN apparently they refused to remove their towers. You see their towers, the wide area, all their towers, like those area, the FN, there's their areas, right? Look at those areas. Right? Who are they, right? FN, right? It's FN towers. Look at this area. Who are they? Look how many towers they there. How many towers there? They refuse their FN towers, right? They refuse to remove their towers because they don't want to implement what they agreed at the beginning. I don't know. Maybe they didn't agree, but for what I know, it's a deal. Like zone 4 is for quick robbery only, right? And they refuse to do that. Therefore, they refuse to remove the towers, right? Then the deal becomes an empty promise. And at the time, so the situation changed because FN refused to do the quick robbery and they refused to remove their towers. So we launched an attack against both EW0 and FN because apparently EW0 and the FN they work together. I don't know what's the deal, but EW0 have no attack power, so they got wiped out. Maybe when we wipe out FN, we wipe out EW0 at the same time. I don't know. Don't ask me, right? But we are attacking FN, and even as an FN they fought back, but they have some major problem with this faction. This faction has such a high battle power and also have T5. Some players have T5, but they're not active. They like when the battle started, we found the resistance is very weak. compare with SPX, it's nothing, right? They don't even fight. Yes, they fight a little bit, but most of the time they only 1 or 2 players. They only organize like a couple of raids, right? It's not like SPX. There is like hundreds of raids. We are battling like it's a bloody raid, right? It's a bloody battle, right? But against FN, it's super easy. So when I come to this one, what? Do we got like a? Are we got played, right? Like FN has no battle power. I mean, of course they are respectful for because they have very high battle power and they have the T5 troops, and also they fought against SPX at the beginning as well. But when we've actually fought with them, we find like they just been pushed back. Therefore, you see the situation, right? They lost everything in Zone 4. Also, we kicked them out for Zone 3, their Zone 3. Look, it's their Zone 3. Right? Our Zone 3 is here, right? It's their Zone 3. This is SPX Zone 3. This is EW0 Zone 3. They lost Zone 3. And also, we attack into their Upper Town district and we take their century building. And then not to mention, when we take their century building, right, we destroyed their sub-stronghold. They used to have a sub-stronghold here. Yeah, you see they have a tower, sorry. They have a tower here. Right before here is sub-stronghold. What? Nobody will believe at the end of the day, AMF come to this Government War 3. They beat SPX, and also at the same time, they beat FN, right? And that we control the whole area of Zone 4, and we take the central government building. And also we take the other cities, the other groups' central building. This is crazy. It's crazy, right? So, alright, so I think what AMF did really good on this government war is same as last time. Very good organized, well organized, very good management, people follow the rules, and the join very active as well. No bullshit, no dramas, and everybody work together as a team, very good. And also, this is internal, is for domestic affairs. For the external affairs, align with the other group, align the other 2 groups, attack the 1 group left to wipe them out. This also works well. So I think this is good work. This is good work. And also for the airline, which we didn't do well last time. This time we did pretty good. So the airline, PMF is one of the sub factions for AMF, so there are no dramas. And this faction we changed a few times, right? Before was another AMF sub account, but sub faction, but we changed to FRT, I think. But later on, it's not because after FRT is not doing their job. I think it's because FRT they break the quick robbery rules a couple of times, so we changed to DOM. I don't know, but at this time, what I'm trying to say is the airlines works much better than the last government war. So this tells like it's better to have the airline. The airline either is your sub faction, which is will never making trouble on you and will always follow you and follow strategy, or you go with somebody which is willing to follow you, rather than have a strong faction but don't listen to you, right? So this is I think they improve on these points. So the airlines at least they're not making any troubles, right? And if like before we were airline with FRT, but FRT I think they break the rule couple times, and we replaced with DOM, and they're so far very good. And same thing. So for the internal for our group for our like government war groups, so we also did the same strategy as last time. So we're asking, I believe R4 or R5 to speak with other factions in our group to see if they want to support AMF, right? Support means you donate resources to AMF. If you ready to support us, ready to donate, then we will give you NAP, no non-aggressive protocol. It means we will not attack you, right? We will leave you can grow in peace, right? But if you refuse to support us, then you'll be outside of the NAP, outside of the NAP. That means during Masquerade Day, we will attack you, right? So this also works well. Who is SNS? Interesting. I think this is new, but doesn't matter. So we are Tiger Group. Okay, cool. So I think with this group, I can only at the end of the day only two factions they refuse to cooperate with us. One is this faction sitting here. They are very small faction, ECY, very small faction. They got demolished, they got wiped out every time on the Masquerade Day. Another faction is GER. Yeah, they bubble all the time. But they still constantly get a zero to some players. And another faction which is L5M, right? Those three factions, they refuse to support us, and we attack them every Masquerade. Rest of the faction, they all following us. I mean, some faction too small, like this faction. I don't know those players. Those players I strongly believe like they bought a 30 days bubble, because the day when they join the Government War map, they're bubbled. On every single day, they only have two players. One is here, another one is here, right? They bubble every single. I strongly believe they bought like 30 days bubble. They just bubble through the Government War. So, GG on them. And then some small faction we don't even want to mention. We don't even like, they don't even play. They just put a stronghold there, like this one, right? AOS, right? They put a stronghold there and they don't even finish building. So those factions. But everybody else, they're willing to cooperate with us. Like, so therefore we, like AMF, we follow the promise. When we said something, we do something, right? When we said it's when we secure the zone 4, we will remove the tower and make zone 4 level 7 diamond towers, quick robbery only. We do that. We remove our tower, so, and everybody have to do the quick robbery. And when we said, okay, we will not going to attack you if you cooperate with us, we will not attack you. Of course, sometimes player forgot. For example, some faction just joined us, and some of the members still don't know because they're new. They just newly joined. So, but when something happens, we should do the apologies, and the next time definitely will be no attack, right? So keep the promise and stick to the rules and active, and also good management and good cooperation with the other factions and good cooperation with other groups, and that is doing very good. The bad part is, I would say this time they're pretty good. Hard to point out any problems. Maybe if you really want to point out some problems, this is not really the AMF's problem, but because the FN they didn't keep the promise, they break the deals, so we end up with like a attack into their area. But the plan, I believe, if FN is willing to stick to the promise, then the plan was attacking to SPX area. So the plan is like occupy the century building here, right? Now just change the plan, become like occupy the century building here. And because this change, so we no longer targeting SPX. So therefore SPX then later on they occupy the checkpoint of zone 4, and they occupy the checkpoint for zone 3, which originally belonged to them, which between our zone 4 and their zone 4, because we changed to occupy the middle point checkpoint between the FN side and our side. Before we occupy both, before we let this area give to FN, and we take this one. We take this one. But now the situation changed. So there's some dramas over there. So I won't say it's something not doing well, but I think like this something could happen, right? Because it's a war game, right? Anything could happen, right? Not everybody can be trustworthy like AMF. They always say what they do, but something will happen. But I think when the situation happened, the faction did well, so therefore they win the government war this time 100%, right? So this is a video for the Grand Mafia. So I wish you learned something from my experience, and hopefully get some. At least I told you some good story. So yeah, I will say thank you for coming to the video. I will wish you a good night and see you next time. Bye.